Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Science Gym Show. My name is indeed Science Gym, and it's good to see you out there in Science Gym land. What I want to talk to you about today, you guys, is some really neat new scientific discoveries. They've been doing a lot of work deep under the oceans for the past 10 years or so, and they're finding some unbelievably cool stuff. And I want to share with you some of these weird, wacky, and unbelievably neat creatures that they're discovering. Now, they are like 1 mile to 2 miles down, which is like 5,000 plus feet to 2,000 plus feet under the ocean. Unbelievably deep. And they're finding these bizarre, strange, wacky creatures. And I want to take the time to show you some of them. So let me show you a couple of them right here. Check that out. What I'm going to show you today are some of the strangest creatures you could ever really even imagine. I mean, this is, George Lucas of Star Wars couldn't come up with some of these creatures. So check this out. This is a crab. The Yeti crab, it's called, because of its long, furry arms. Long, furry, Muppet-like arms and these little pinchers at the end of it. And this little bitty crab that lives, again, miles down under the ocean. Really, really cool, really wild. Here's another thing. They call this the sea angel. Isn't that pretty? Kind of flaps those little wing things back and forth as it kind of moves around deep under the ocean. This is deep under the ocean where there's no light. It's completely black. It's completely dark. Just wild. Show you another one. Look at that thing. They call this the Squid Worm. It's got little paddle oar things sticking out there. It's got long little nose things that are like tentacles that go all over the place as it grabs the food that it grabs. Really weird. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe creepy. This is kind of weird because there's actually a worm. I wish they showed the whole worm, but they don't. And on the back of this worm are these little Christmas trees, they call them. And when you touch the Christmas trees, they disappear inside the worm itself. So really weird. And then they kind of creep back out, and then if somebody touches it again, it's kind of a weird form of defense is the idea behind this. But really, really weird. Now check this out. This is awesome. Ew. They call him Mr. Blobby. And they call it Mr. Blobby because it looks like Mr. Blobby. Apparently there's a type of fish called a fathead sculpin is the official name of this thing, and it's got this thin skin that's smooth and big huge heads. Yuck. Alright, I'm not eating that one. That's all I know. Again, we're talking mile plus under the ocean. Some more really cool ones. This is like, they call it Dumbo of the deep, at least this National Geographic does. Big old ears sticking out that actually works more like kind of fins. And then another kind of squid type of thing way down deep. Very pretty lobster type of thing. Look at that one claw. Huge claws on that thing. Really cool. This thing's gorgeous. It's a jellyfish. And it's a bunch of jellyfish, kind of. It's just really, really pretty. This guy here is another kind of an anemone. It's called a Venus flytrap anemone. As things swim close to it, they kind of close up on it, just like a Venus flytrap would do. Same kind of thing. Again, something really, really pretty. They call it the fiery colony. The thing sticking out the left-hand side there, it's not flames, even though it looks like some sort of spaceship. But it's this kind of feathery appendage that is more than likely used to catch food and stuff. Just really, really cool. Some of these creatures are brand new creatures. I mean, all of them are brand new creatures, but many of them are brand new species. Things we didn't even know existed on Earth at all. An entirely new species are being discovered deep down under the oceans in our very own Earth. Look at that thing. They call it the poisonous sea slug. I'm not going to eat it. That's all I know. And this is an example of somebody who's actually looking for some of these things on the top of the surface. But just amazing, isn't it? I mean, right on our own planet, under our own nose, okay, 1 mile under our own nose, are things living that blow science fiction away. Star Trek, Star Wars has nothing on some of these weird and wacky creatures that are living right here on our planet. And we have discovered virtually none of our oceans. We've discovered less of our own oceans percentage-wise, than we have discovered or explored the moon's surface itself. Believe it or not, it's true. Let me show you this thing too. They just recently found this, and this is what turned me on to this whole story here. This is called, look at that. This was actually filmed when they were doing filming for that big oil spill that happened a while ago. As they're watching the oil spill and checking out what's going on down there, this thing swims in front of the cameras. Can you imagine these, like, you know, engineers and technicians going, "What's that?" Well, sure enough, it's a brand new species. Now, honestly, they have known that these things existed before. They've seen these before, but they've never seen one on video like this and quite this clear. They've like caught pieces of it. The tentacles on this thing are anywhere between 5 and 23 feet long. This thing is gigantic. That's why the video is so poor, is because it's, you know, a bizarre video shot under miles and miles. But you can kind of see it. Here it is. See that? Oop, rats, I wish that thing would go away. But you can see the arms sticking out and hanging down. Isn't that weird? They call it with elbows, the squid with elbows. Just bizarre. So yeah, right on our own lovely little planet Earth here, we've got hundreds and thousands and millions of creatures that we've never even explored. Next week, I think I'm going to do a show on the hundreds and millions and billions of creatures that are living on you. But it's true. You are, believe it or not, your own world filled with creatures that, again, many people, or science still hasn't discovered all the creatures that are living on you. Creepy, but true. Let me show you the experiment of the day, you guys. Ready? All right. What you need to do this experiment is you need a handy-dandy piece of paper, tape, pen, scissors, right? Take your handy-dandy piece of paper and you're going to cut it into an inch-long strip. Inch-wide strip, I should say. Like so. Now, get a piece of paper, get a piece of tape ready. This is called the Mobius strip, is what this is called, and it's really, really cool. Let's see if I can get this to work. Take it like this. Take the bottom part of your Mobius strip and turn it 180 degrees, okay? So you've got it like this. 180 degrees. Now you take the bottom and you tape it to the top. So it's like that, okay? This is the Mobius strip. Very, very cool. Kind of weird. But here's what this does. If I take a pen, move the camera a little bit so you can watch what I'm doing here. All right, so here's the Mobius strip, right? I'm going to start a line right here. Okay? Here's the line. And here we go. You can kind of see the line going there. Over the piece of tape. Now, at no point have I turned this over, right? I'm just continuing to make a line. Line. Now, at this point, unfortunately, I need to continue. I need to move the pen, all right? But still, same line. I haven't turned the paper over. Line, boom. This is where I started. Weird, huh? So what just happened is this piece of paper that appears to have two sides actually, apparently, only has one when I make it into the Mobius strip. Isn't that weird? Because I never took the pen off. I mean, other than to continue the line because it ran into the paper, right? I just continued to make the line, and indeed, it wrote on both sides of this piece of paper. Completely bizarre. Now, a lot of people know that about the Mobius strip. Let me show you a secret that most people don't know about the Mobius strip. What I'm going to do is take a piece of scissors, and I'm going to cut my Mobius strip in half. I'm going to cut right along the same line that I basically just drew. Oops. Trying to keep it nice and centered along the line there. Got to watch your tape because that can get you messed up. But there we go. Now, what do you expect to have happen here? Normally you cut something in half, what do you get? Two halves. But with a Mobius strip, I get one long, thin Mobius strip. Try it at home. I'm not doing anything tricky here at all. Try this at home. Let me do it again. Now this time, watch, I'm going to cut it in half again. Now this gets really, really tricky because it's so thin. But hopefully I can get lucky and make this work just fine. Almost there. Almost there. Stay on target. Stay on target. Oh, come on, almost there. Now, the second ago, right, I cut this in half and got one long, thin Mobius strip, right? Well, one would consider this to be a longer, thinner Mobius strip, but now I get two interconnected but completely separate Mobius strips. Is that bizarre? Try it at home. Now, if you cut it in half again, I'm not going to because I'm so thin right now, but if you cut it in half again, from here on out, you always get an extra Mobius strip. So you get 3, 4, 5, and they'll always be interconnected. So it's really, really cool. So the Mobius strip. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to take a quick dip in the ocean, see if you see anything new out there. And we'll see you again next time on the Science Gym Show. Bye-bye for now, everybody. And remember, never stop wondering. Bye-bye.